Oh, hello there. Welcome to another episode of Eat, Smoke, Drink. Today I am reviewing an SMWS bottling called Seared foie gras with lingonberry jam. It is 24.149 society cask, one of 322. It is 63.6% in your face, shove a fist in your mouth ABV. That's ballsy ABV. That ABV will make Jesus weep. Ex Oloroso butts. First, the initial cask is ex Oloroso butts. Final cask, first fill Oloroso hogshead. So man, that's a lot of sherry. It's 12 years old, and guess what distillery it is? It is the Macallan. Look, I've decided to review top shelf rare old whiskies on my channel, as you've noticed, but Macallan commands such a prestige and such a price out in the open market, whether it's primary or secondary market. And frankly, trigger warning, Macallan's boring as shit. Okay? New Macallans in the last, you buy an 18-year-old Macallan right now, fine oak, triple oak, whatever crap oak they've got, it is boring as hell. I mean, it is generic, it's boring, I can't even describe. It's just so boring. It's just so bloody boring. It's like Maggi instant noodles. Boring. Yeah, it'll do. You'll survive, but it's boring. There's no joy in it. And comparing to the old Macallan in a way, where you have true soul, the barrels they use wasn't taking the piss. It's not about sponsoring James Bond movies and fucking. What's that lawyer film? What's that lawyer? Suits. It's not sponsoring Suits, goes to a bar and Harvey Specter's like, Macallan 18. Oh Christ, give me a break. Anyway, this one here I'm reviewing today because it's an independently bottled Macallan. Sorry about that, eh? Forgive me for my little tirade, but yeah, that's how passionate I am about dispassionate about Macallan. Well, passionate about my dispassion about Macallan. But New Macallan, but 24.149, 12-year-old cask strength Macallan. Let's see how we go. And look, Macallan always does best with sherry. Macallan is and should be traditionally sherry. If you had Macallan from 30, 40 years ago, 50, 60 years ago, it is heavy sherry. So that's why I decided to review this, and I want to take you through it. So let's have a chat. Let's get nosing. From the color, you can tell it is sherry. It is balls deep in sherry. Look at that. And you can't deny that. Ooh, can you see that? Can you see that? Yeah. You can't deny that. Let the alcohol subside a bit because the alcohol is a bit much. It's like sniffing crack. Actually, I don't even know what that smells like, to be honest. But in New Zealand, crack's a bit expensive, I think. All right. Wow, that is oily and fatty. That is a condensed jam. I'm talking super condensed syrup of a fruit, a berry fruit. I don't even know what lingonberry is. What the hell is a lingonberry? I don't know what a lingonberry is. I'm getting wet soil, wet mud, leather. Condensed sultanas, so I'm imagining myself getting sultanas, soaking in a little bit of hot water, pureeing the sultanas or the raisins, and then taking a spoonful of it. That's the smell I'm getting. There's a steeliness to it, and for a 12-year-old, I'm not getting any new make alcohol note at all. Yes, I'm getting the sensation, but I'm not getting the new make alcohol. Now, I always say that alcohol is actually the glue of flavor. You imagine flavor in between is alcohol. If you put water in it and water it down, the gaps between the flavor gets greater. Modern expressions and distilleries want to water down whiskey because they want to acclimatize your palate to easy drinking, volume drinking, and weak flavor. So you keep chasing flavor. That's my theory. But I think whiskey should really be had, generally speaking, cask strength, because then you get the real, proper proper flavour of what the alcohol, the spirit should be. You know, I'm sure a lot of people will disagree, but you know, you're wrong. Molasses. Oh wow. I'm getting a bit of smoke in that. That's interesting. Distant fire. Pine resin, pine cones. Wet grass. I'm getting wet grass out of that. And a very steely note. With a steely note like an iron or a raw steak, like a rare steak. And you know what? A little bit of salt. Which is weird. Now, it says deeply characterful, mature yet graceful, single malt from Oloroso butts married with first fill Spanish oak. Okay, that's really all I'm getting out of that. Oh wow. Look, completely honest with you, SMWS lately has been grinding my gears and pissing me off. The releases we've been getting anyway, unfortunately, the young ones, like, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 has been just wow, like, it's just too young and too rushed. And they do all these weird wine casks and it's like, it's hit and miss. But when you get to about 12, 15, 16, 18-year-old plus SMWS, I'm finding it is friggin' amazing. And that first sip that I've had, I'm telling you now, wow. I can't even tell you how good that is. But I'm gonna try. 63%, 63.6% does not taste like 63.3%. I don't know what lingonberry is. Hell, what the hell is that? But it tastes like deep condensed dark berry jam. Not your cheap and cheerful Nestle produced, mass produced jam, but I'm talking like you go to a farmer's market in the butthole of nowhere and some country folk has made jam from their own orchard with all the attention they can give because it's just one pot, a small batch jam. It's imperfect because it's got some caramelization on the pan in the bottom of it because it's not made through a steam reduction process that mass-produced jams have. That's the kind of jam I'm talking about. I'm trying to put a picture in your head now. A boutique jam made by a farmer in the butthole of nowhere. How good does that sound? Shit. That's the kind of berry jam that I'm tasting. Foie gras, I'm not quite getting that, but I'm getting a steely, metallic, irony flavor. I'd say instead of foie gras, I will say a steak. A fatty Scotch fillet steak, seared, super hot in a cast iron skillet, literally for 1 minute each side, and then sliced, and you eat it with nothing else, just a steak. That kind of metallicness. The alcohol sensation is so tapered and so calm. I am surprised that it's 63%. I'm disturbed. I am fucking disturbed. That is so palatable, it's not even funny. The tannin, heavy, but not too heavy. Wow. Spice. I'm getting cloves. On my palate, I'm getting cloves as predominant spice. The hint of fruitcake, but cloves is my spice on my palate. When they say seared foie gras, I understand what they're saying. Like a seared fatty meatiness, and that's why the steak. Foie gras is a little bit more gritty and, yeah, a little bit different, but I get it. I get why they said foie gras. But I think really it should have been a New York cut steak in terms of the meat they use, not foie gras. The fattiness, I get the foie gras, but absolutely delicious. It's got a herbal note to it, licorice, rosemary, And I can't put my finger on it, but it's a greenness. A greenness. Can't put my finger on it, unfortunately, but the closest I can think of is maybe unripe kiwi fruit. Man, absolutely glorious. This is the first time, but not the last time, I will buy a Macallan SMWS. I mean, holy moly. Holy moly. That is just unbelievable. I can't even articulate how impressed I am with this bottling. And this is why I'm reviewing it, because in our tasting, everyone's just saying, wow, that is amazing. Fantastic. Until next time, make sure you eat, smoke, drink. Have you had a Macallan SMWS before? If you have, let me know. What are your thoughts? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I'm loving this. And anything that is affordable Macallan wise, I'm going to buy from now on. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Cheers.